apologies, right? I'll straight to public. So we'll go straight to the public session. Are there any questions from members of the public?
Okay, I wish to raise serious concerns about the proposal for Townsend's Field and the release of SIL money. These concerns are not minor. They go to the heart of governance, legality, financial risk and public accountability. 1. The parish has no lease. Before anything else, the parish does not hold a lease for Townsend Field. Without a lease, the parish cannot legally sublease the land to LACA. So my first question is, how can you even contemplate releasing SIL funds when you have no legal right to the land? If LAC already has funds, why are they not using their own money until a proper lease is secured with you? 2. Published scrutiny of the business plan. As far as the public are aware, LACA has not published a business plan that has undergone independent financial scrutiny. We are being asked to support a project with no verified costings, no risk assessment, and no long-term financial model. This is unacceptable for public money. The constantly changing proposals, LAC has moved from a brick building to a modular building to a brick again. Every change affects costs, risk and feasibility. This instability alone should trigger fresh scrutiny each time it demonstrates how risky the proposal is. Planning risk and WMDC. WMDC planning could throw a major spanner in the works, potentially altering or blocking the proposal entirely. Where is the documented risk assessment for this? I would also like to add that the allotments Belgium trying to build a shed had to go 3 times in WMDC to get planning through the shed. Right, fundraising track record. The money raised by LAC over recent years does not inspire confidence in their ability to raise the level of funding required. Has the parish formally assessed their fundraising capacity, i.e. how much money do they have currently? The 40-year lease the parish is trying to sign off. Short leases can restrict grant eligibility. Has this been professionally evaluated? Delayed investigation into the land transfer. The parish only recently looked at land transfer options, despite being raised back in December. I have asked our new WMDC councillors to explore a free transfer, a 90-year lease or a nominal sum transfer. Why has it taken the parish months to act for this? For information, also, why hasn't the parish contacted the councillors from Wakefield? LACA are asking for funds despite demolition promises. We are told in this very room LACA would pay for demolition. Now they're asking for funds to be released. So when will the demolition happen? And who is paying for it? No funds should be released until the parish has a lease and clear binding commitments. I'm almost there. Promised tradespeople. We are told by LACA no end of tradespeople ready to help. Where are they? What confirmation commitments exist? Membership representation of LAC. How many fee-paying members does the LAC actually have? How many live outside the village? Has the parish verified whether LACA generally represents Ackworth residents? Liability if LACA fails. If LACA fails mid-project, who is legally and financially responsible for completing the building or demolishing it? This must be answered clearly. Insurance during construction. Who pays for the insurance during construction? And what is the cost? Any credible business plan must include this. Insurance and running costs. What will the annual insurance cost be? What will the running cost be? Who pays them? And again, this must be in a business plan. I've also got one for the councillors, who are trustees of and the previous secretary. Will these people be allowed to vote on the agenda items concerning LACA, as they obviously have a conflict of interest? Further, finally, as the parish is planning to allocate even more public money to this project, if this is being discussed in closed session, what's the outcome? Must be reported back clearly to the residents, understanding exactly what financial commitments are being made on their behalf. These questions are not obstacles, they are basic requirements for responsible governance. Until they are answered, until the lease is secured, I believe no SIL money should be released. Is that enough for you?
Yeah, quite a lot there. Thank you very much. I mean, I will just add, it's not chairman's questions, it's parish council questions, so it's not just all directed at me. But some of those items that you've raised are on the agenda this evening. There is further information of which might come to light as part of those, so I'm not going to preempt a debate which is about to take place. I would say that if you can send in writing what you just said, we will certainly give you a written response. And in terms of some of the, I think there was a question about sources of where that information is coming from, because some of the information I have I don't come to the same conclusion as what you have and other residents. And I will just add, at the gala, I've had people specifically come to me, because I was at the gala tent more or less all day, actually in support, saying that the community centre in Low Ackworth and the Low Ackworth Community Association needs to be supported. They were at the gala, they got a load of support, and loads of people were encouraging about bricks. So I'm not sure like what you've said there, I'm not saying that that opinion isn't valid. I'm just saying it's not wholly representative of the entire village either. So
the question is, how do they like residents in the village?
I'm pretty sure they do. I mean, they've been around for a very long time. Certainly before I was a councillor and everything, they were running that building long before. You know, and they've done so for, I think it's 40 years, so there we go. So, I mean, it's served the community. It's given an asset to Low Ackworth, of which, if that is not there, Low Ackworth has nothing. So, and again, with my understanding as well is, with spoke about the transfer over from Wakefield Council to get the land, that would open it up to anyone, is my understanding. So can the parish council outbid, say, a housing developer? Can the parish council outbid any private developer? That is a risk I don't want to take. So I want to secure a 40-year lease. That has always been my position from the get-go. So you can say that we've been lackadaisical. In my mind, we haven't. There's been councillors that have supported a lease from the very start, and that's where some of the councillors have always voted. So that, and it's been in the majority, so that's where we're at with that. So that's what we'll probably hold that. And like I said, it's coming up in the agenda anyway, so we'll allow that debate to take place.
And the councillors voting on it, but have also got conflict of interest?
We've got dispensations here. In terms of the conflicts of interest, they don't benefit financially. There's no career move in terms of that. They act as representatives on outside bodies for that centre. So until someone can say to me that they are financially benefiting, until someone can say to me that they benefit themselves from this, it's just a benefit for the community. So I don't see any conflict of interest there. They have an interest, sure, because they're part of that community organisation, but there's no actual conflict of interest. There's no benefit to them as individuals. They don't walk away. They don't get their own access to that community building over other people. It's run like any other community project, and similar things are run like this in other parish council areas. So I'm not sure why there's such a big power over it myself. So that's my point.
Again, I don't think it's been financially thought out. And it's a risk. I want the building down there, don't get me wrong, I want the building there. I want the parish to own that building, and I want the parish basically to run that building. I am really concerned about the amount of money that's been made by LACA and wanting to take on a project of this size that flip-flops from one side to another side. And they're basically looking at the SIL money, and they put out a fundraiser basically saying they've got that SIL money in their pocket. They don't.
Like I say, so the SIL money at the moment is allocated. That's gone through checks and everything that we've done previously, and so it's allocated. That's where it's at. And that's the plan that the parish council has pursued, because it's in the best interest. And securing the lease is part of that. So,
but the parish is trying to secure the lease, not LACA.
Yeah, because we want, like you said, you want the parish councils to be involved and have the security and to have the overall running. If the route does fail, that building reverts back to us. That's part of, I believe, is it the constitution, and it's part of the lease anyway. And it was previously. So, in terms of securing that centre and securing Low Ackworth,
How
it's
can you
in
apply for the lease when you haven't got one?
the future lease, in terms of what we've been working on for the past months and everything, in terms of things that we've drawn up with the solicitors and so on. So, anyway, I've said my piece.
Okay, I've got one more for you then.
Go ahead.
The car park outside, there is a Ford van constantly parked there 24/7. The car park tonight is full at the back. All the disabled spaces are full, and that vehicle is still sitting there. When he's not sitting there, he replaces it with his car, an Audi. So he's using a disabled space, he's taking it up 24/7, and he's restricting the use of those parking spaces by disabled people. What's the parish going to do about it? Or are they condoning using that as his free parking?
Well, again, until it appeared on the agenda, I wasn't aware that was in place, but it's an agenda item. I'm pretty sure councillors will discuss that, and whatever. Again, I'm not going to preempt a debating point. I want to hear all the details of that, but obviously, disabled spaces are for disabled people, as far as I'm concerned, and the car park is for community, primarily for the community centre, but I've certainly been down here when it's been school rush time. If we didn't allow our car park for school run, all of the cars that may be using our car park would then be on Bell Lane, which is chock a block already, and I know the residents are on. So I'm not going to say there's people that are using the car. I know you didn't mention that, but it's just kind
No,
of.
your car park's full. Your people using the centre are filling the car park, and this guy is taking up.
Well, I just said it's a debating point, and I've been made aware of it only when it's come up on the agenda. So, there we go. I'm the chair of the meeting, I'm the chairman, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's an issue that's come to light. We're going to discuss it and deal with it. There we go. I'm not entirely sure. My understanding is that I would have thought that this could have been a police matter or something like that.
No, the police
Apparently
we asked at the PAC meeting, which Mr. Bell was present at, but they basically said it's up to the parish. The Bobbies basically said it's not down to them. But it could be, but he's misusing a blue parking space, because it obviously seems as though he's misusing his badge.
Well,
He has one.
again, that falls outside. I'm not here to decide who gets or doesn't, or who's misusing it. That's beyond my remit. But it will be discussed. It's on the agenda. So we'll take that.
More information on that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So, I don't see any issue. Is it on the car parking issue?
Yes, I will. Regarding the lease, I think black and white from Wakefield, and may or may not secure the lease.
So you know for the whole parish council that we may not have secured the lease?
Information that way, yeah.
Interesting.
Why is it interesting? I've contacted Wakefield.
Yeah. Are there any other comments of the general public? No? Okay, so we'll move on with the meeting. So item 39, so apologies. To receive apologies for absence given in advance of the meeting. Okay, and do we agree with those, approve those absences? Yeah, thank you very much. Item 40. Declarations of interest and dispensations. I've received two, one from John Bell and Sharon Maiden. Obviously this is in regards to, I'll just finish my point and I'll come to you. This is in relation to their interest with the Low Ackworth Community Association. Stephen?
Agenda item number 65. I know one of the companies that
Okay. You know.
I have mentioned it before, so I'll not take part in it, and if I'm allowed, I'll not vote.
That, if you've not got a dispensation, that's by our rules, so that's absolutely fine. Which company is it? Which company was it, did you say?
Sorry?
Which one is it?
So it's
That one, I'll know that check. So, 65.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Do you have financial gain?
Not for it.
So you wouldn't need to lodge it
Just for
unless
that,
you want
yeah.
to, but it it's your
Just be
choice.
open and honest.
Okay, that's fine, it's your
Yeah, it's
choice.
fine that you've declared that you know them, that's fine, but there's no financial gain, there's no...
Would you gain from the contract being awarded to them? No. So chair, that's
So, yeah.
not really...
So you can vote, there's
People might
no...
say otherwise.
I mean, people say all sorts of things, it's true. You have full voting rights on that, so if you wish to abstain, that's up to you on that. In terms of the... But thank you, we've noted down that for you. In terms of the dispensations, we've got John Bell and Sharon Maiden. They're both asked to be able to take part in the discussion and the vote. We've had this vote before, so we're going to get votes.
Just need to read which one is straight.
Oh.
For agenda items 51.
Sorry, yeah, this is for agenda items 51, 52, 53 and 54, so we want to be able to discuss and vote on those agenda items. So I'll move it to the vote in terms of giving them those dispensation to discuss as trustees.
So it's a perceived conflict of interest because they hold the sites that trustee.
So it's down as trustees. So,
Chair, before
Sorry.
we vote, cars according to standing orders, just clarifying according to standing orders, can Sharon and John vote in this? Is there anything that says they can't vote? Okay, thank you.
It's obviously this resolution now.
okay, so votes in favour of discussion and voting taking place. Fine.
So you have to vote on this.
Not on this one. Okay, so that's 3. Votes against. Votes.
So you're not granted, Chair.
Not granted. No.
No.
Also, my question was, is there anything that says they can't, that Sharon and John can't vote on this proposal? Is there anything else on the orders?
There's nothing in standing orders that says council can't approve a dispensation on these topics.
No, I'm asking on this, because didn't you just say that John and Sharon can't vote? On the, I thought you just said,
So they've put a dispensation in,
yeah,
and this resolution is for the dispensation.
Yeah.
Maybe I've misunderstood the question, Sarah.
I'm asking whether, sorry, I'm not hearing from you. I was asking whether, John, if there's anything in the standing orders that says that John and Sharon cannot vote on the proposal that we just voted on. And so they did vote, and then I thought I just heard you say the bill is counted, so it's not carried 4 to 3. I'm not understanding what's going
If
on.
you can just put the sign on in front of you. Just trying to find the section of dispensations. There isn't anything in the standing order that states a councillor specifically outlines what they have to put a dispensation in for. If councillors believe that there's a conflict or a perceived conflict of interest, they have a right to put a dispensation in.
But that's not my question. My question is, on this proposal we've just voted on, about whether we're going to grant the dispensation or not, I don't think there's anything in the orders that says that John and Sharon cannot vote on that.
So you don't believe dispensation is needed in the first place?
No.
Basically, they've declared an interest.
Yes.
So,
But why does that say that they cannot vote on this particular proposal about whether they're going to have a dispensation or not? It's a different thing.
So they could vote in favour of the dispensation?
Yeah.
Or is there a rule?
Oh, sorry, Sarah. So in terms of the initial vote, whether they can vote on this, let me just double check.
Yes.
Did you two didn't vote?
No, they didn't vote.
But then I saw John and Sharon voting for it, and I thought that I heard you say...
I would need to just put in a chair to
Yeah.
for the dispensation. Now I understand the question.
Fundamental things, no?
Yeah.
Sean, yeah.
Can I just ask a question? If the council signed the constitution as the secretary of the past, would they have a conflict of interest?
It depends whether they are the active secretary or not. If they're no longer the secretary, are they currently the secretary now or not?
No,
Well, then, it's not valid.
the constitution.
No.
Can I just clarify on 40.2 to receive, consider, decide on any written applications or dispensation for disclosable pecuniary interest. So if there's no disclosable pecuniary interest, then the declaration is just the
It's just that you've got an interest to be known.
interest, that's all it is.
Chair,
There's no pecuniary
There's no pecuniary interest at all, no.
I was looking at the code of conduct before I came, and so it seems that the interest that John and Sharon have declared is, because it's not financial, it comes under disclosure of non-registered interests. And where a matter referred to above, and all the way through this, it's about financial interests that bars us from voting. I can't see anything in this code of conduct I've just been looking at that says that John and Sharon should not be able to vote. We really need to, should not be able to vote. Because in Local Government Association, Local Council Code of Conduct 2020, Appendix B, it's all set out there, and it's all about financial pecuniary interests, it's about financial gain. So really, I'm arguing that we don't need to have this.